internationally in US. He's traveling and training so many youth there. He presented seminars in Stanford University, Cornell University. He's also inspiring youth at Boston and MIT. We at ISKCON Chowpatty, we derive a lot of inspiration from him, and we always look forward for his guidance and associations. So let's welcome His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu for our Prerana festival by loudly chanting 3 times. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari 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 Jaya Gopinath Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopinath Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Vrajajanarandana Jaya Vrajajanarandana Yashodanandana Jaya Vrajajanarandana Jaya Vrajajanarandana Jaya Yamunati Ravana Kari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Yamunati Ravana Kari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Vrajajanarandana Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Radha Gopinath, Jaya Lalita Vishakha, Radha Gopinath, Jaya Lalita Vishakha, Radha Gopinath, Giridhari Gopal, Jaya Giridhari Gopal, Giridhari Gopal, Jaya Giridhari Gopal. Nittai Gauranga, Jaya Nittai Gauranga, Nittai Gauranga, Jaya Nittai Gauranga. Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nittai Gaur, Hare Bol. Hare Pawan Hari Naam Sankirtan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Atmiyandasya Janashalakaya Chakshugavunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Chaitanyam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Sapadantik Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Gurun Vaishnavamsha Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Advaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyadarine. Wow, how did he fall? Nobody asked him also. And the king said, I only have one daughter. I don't have a son. So I have decided that I'll give my daughter in marriage to you and I'll make you the next king. So man didn't know what to say. So he was wondering that I was intending to commit suicide and I ended up becoming the next. That was there in his destiny. He came. So I feel many of you would be aspiring for such a good luck, isn't it? Something such a wonderful thing happens in your life. So therefore, many people ask me when I'm going in the train, Swamiji, do you see the hands? Can you see the hands? So one time I told my senior god brother, Krishnanand Prabhu, ask this question. He said, if somebody asks you, bring them to me. So then one man asked me, and Prabhu said, his hand. Surely it's written there is birth, old age, disease, death. These four things are there. You already got birth, eventually you'll get old, there will be some diseases and death will come. That fellow said, everybody knows what people don't think about. So ask whether we know palmistry. Because people are curious about the future, what awaits them. Correct, no? So, and also people have many questions about the destiny, but especially success. Why not am I gifted as the other people? We had one professor, Maiti, tell me, there are four boards. So all mathematical equations we will write on the board. So in the first board, many of us will be raising hand. Second board, half of the. He goes to the third and fourth board, there will be only 2, 3 fellows raising hand. And the last board, only one boy. He will go on supplying the next step. So it becomes evident that everybody's intelligence capacity is not able to. You all know that the society with all the high IQ fellows. So everybody's IQ is different. It's undeniable fact. All of us have a body, just like a model car. We can. Somebody's body is like Mercedes. Somebody's control car. Somebody, somebody's somebody's body is like a Luna. So everybody's body, mind, and intelligence is like a model car. Why am I comparing it to model car? No matter how much you apply pressure on Luna, speed of Luna, there's a limit. Agree? Like one boy told me, if you give me 3 days, my mark will be same only. He was fully confident. Because even if you give me 3 months, not that I'm going to crack the first time. Because there is a limit for one's ability to study and hold. Therefore, you all know that the mock test did for certain exams. Who can go for this? UPSC can or not? The mock test. Mock test. That clearly shows that you alone the godly. Even materialists believe that there are people. Same manner, you also can clearly observe in nature around you. There are people and handsome. You get up in the morning, at that time they are beautiful. But there are other people, lot of cosmetics, go for different type of hair, beautify themselves as some extent to appreciate. Actually, no matter how much makeup you do, makeup is makeup ultimately. Correct. Natural beauty is different. You all agree? There is a very remarkable observation you can make about of some intelligence. Intelligence. Same with wealth also. 3,000, 47,000. These families, child. The child, as soon as he opens eyes, is the master, 47,000. What did he do? He didn't do anything. The only thing he did was he was born in that family. Born in the family. Do you think he think so much sweat and toil, get that money? It's undeniable fact that somebody has a bad destiny, brings forth rewards and very clearly told we. This is the way I'll be speaking all through my lecture. Nothing will be illogical for you. Whatever you observe only will be told you. Understand? Therefore, why am I not as gifted as some others? For example, did you all choose your face cut or face cut was given? Did you choose the pigment of your skin color, or you chose it, or it was given? Some are black. Not fair, they put. So, yeah, it's given to you already. Face cut also, of course, would like to have a very beautiful face, but whatever cut is given, you have to accept it. Did you choose your mother and father, or mother and father were given to you? Imagine if you are allowed to choose the mother and father, you may say, I want to be. Correct, no? So there was no choice. Were awarded those things. Maybe some criteria must be there on they're awarded, correct, no? Otherwise, why are we all awarded these things? Family. They're not chosen by us. We would like to choose, but we didn't choose. Awarded. So other things. What type of car you want. Certain things you are allowed to. To put it very simply, destiny like a salary for your this month, July month, August 1st, salary for September 1st, you get August month. They give the salary before the month starts or after the month. They give you before you run away. Like, they get the work and then they give you. Correct? No, afterwards they give. Same manner, when your one life term is over, then the destiny, whatever is. Just like, you have a bank account. Say you are going to study in some father center. They put some 20 lakh in your account. Called Sanchit Karma. And every month you may take out some Prarabdha Karma. That money is like a cash flow, free cash for your accommodation. That's called Prarabdha Karma. Sanchit Karma means because you are earning salary also, salary will be directly sent to your account. Correct, no? That keeps adding in the Prarabdha Karma. So, in this way, why am I not gifted as some others? Will answer to Purva Janma Arjita Punya Agre Davati Davati. Said that whatever Punya Papa you collected, accordingly you are rewarded or punished. No, therefore there is a disparity. The main reason. Sometimes why do I not get results in spite of best effort? Is there something called? I already told you. Our bodies are like different model cars. Correct, no? They all can go at different. Now some of you may have a question. Are you not discouraging us? Means no mean favoring or striving for some. Uh, just accept do with it. So you will see that like a cow tied to a pole. Here there is a rope. The cow. The cow is tied to a. Now it depends on the behavior of the cow whether this radius will be increased or this radius will be. Especially a farmer is bringing a new. Ties it with 1 meter. Check whether it's a good cow, well-behaved cow, or a little angry cow. Some cows, as soon as somebody goes near, they will do. Huh? Then the radius will be increased or reduced. Some cows are sadhu cows, very simple. Even children go and do, they keep quiet. Then the farmer will increase the radius or reduce. Why he is increasing? Because there is no harm from the cow. Even children are playing with it. Simple cow. Then if the cow continues to behave well for a month, maybe he will leave it within the compound, move around. Continues to behave well, after a few months he may send it out also. Can go to the field and graze and come. It's a good cow, more freedom. That means good behavior leads to more freedom. And inappropriate behavior leads to curtailing of freedom. What do we call it? the difference between fate and free will. Your free will is increased by good behavior, and fate is increased by inappropriate behavior. Is that clear? Another simple example. Say, many of your parents may pocket money. Some parents give 2 rupees. Imagine if a boy, there was a little girl in Pune, parents are giving her every day to a beggar. One day she goes seva, happy. Any you all have given. Wow, parents are inspired now. 5 rupees. So when you use the money well, on the other hand, imagine if a boy is getting to, then what the father will do? He will increase the money or reduce the money? Reduce. Otherwise, not only he will smoke, he will drink also. Correct, no? So, as simple as that. That means the fate restricts you when you do wrong. And this can be practically, scientifically proved by observing the world around you. For example, there was one board I saw in Pune. The board was written, there was a beautiful, handsome looking boy who was tobacco. Next photo they have shown the mouth. Below they had written, Kanachi, Vatamaranachi. Something like that. Understand the meaning? Ching means he gets a kick. Kanachi. Kanachi means for momentary. Right now. And Vatamaranachi means that paves road to death. So you will see that tobacco eating, ulcers, cigarette smoke, cancer, lung cancer, and drinking leads to liver cirrhosis. Illicit sex leads to sexually transmitted diseases. So you will see in this world, for every wrongdoing, there is some punishment kept, correct, no? Is punishment automatic or there is a punishment awarder? Yeah? There has to be awarder. In your college, somebody gives you promotion, or even in a company. Company promotion, demotion comes automatically or somebody gives it? Somebody gives it. Similarly, punishment awarder must be there. Somebody must be there right now. Similarly, good things you do, say you eat vegetarian food, and that if it is offered to Krishna, and then you take it. Or you do meditation, you do pranayama, you go for a walk, you do Surya Namaskara. Now, do you feel healthy or not? So good things you do, you are given better health and better feelings, and you feel more, more nice in the body, correct? And bad things, bad substances you put in the body, then they punish you by offering you pain. You agree? That means this is arranged by God and the nature itself. Good results and bad results are arranged for good activity and bad activity. You can see that. In fact, for doing sinful activity, first of all, the first pain you have to endure is purchase the sinful activity by giving money. How foolish it is. Like cigarette doesn't come free, liquor doesn't come free. You give them the money and tell them, please give me suffering. You are purchasing suffering. You agree? And after getting that suffering, then you have to go to doctor. Then second time you have to pay bill of the doctor also. Isn't it? And thirdly, police will catch oftentimes. If somebody drinks and drives, he gets an accident, then police catches. Then there is a third punishment. Isn't it? Yeah. And the fourth will come after death. Yamadutas will come. That will come later. Multiple installments of suffering. You can see that. Isn't it? That means, that path which gives suffering, people are ready to spend so much money and invite trouble. On the other hand, how much is the bead bag to chant? How many of the temples they give even freely also, Japamala, free Bhagavad Gita they give. And it is so easy. Actually, to do good, it's not very costly. But somehow or other living beings go in the wrong direction. You can see that. So, therefore you will see why we don't get results in spite of putting the best efforts. There is something called destiny. The restriction has come, fate has come in our life because of misuse of free will. Is it clear? Because of misuse of free will. At least today we can take a vow that, my dear Lord, please give me good intelligence so I will not misuse my free will. Because if you rightly use your free will, your freedom is going to increase or reduce? Increase, yeah. This is one of the secrets of increasing your freedom, more and more. Like one father had a 500 crores estate. He told his son, "Beta, I'm going to write the entire estate in your name when you grow up." And the son said, "Thank you, Papa." And then father was giving him 5 rupees every day. So as I told you, this boy smoked. Then the father stopped giving that 5 rupees. The son became angry with the father and looked at him and said, "Papa, you are a cheater," he said. "Why do you say so?" He said, "You are not even giving me 5 rupees. How are you going to write off 500 crores worth estate?" Father said, "See, if I give you this 5 rupees, you will die before me because you are smoking. And if you die before me, how can I write that 500 crore estate? Therefore, I am not giving," he said. So, in this way, God also restricts us for whose good? Our good only. Like a child goes to the kitchen and says, "Mama, I want to touch this fire, gas stove fire looks like a blue flower." And the mother says, "This is not a flower. It will burn you." "Hey, don't touch," she says. Okay, child says, "Okay, I will not touch that. I'll take a knife and I'll cut sabji." And the mother is saying, along with sabji, he'll cut his finger also. "Hey, don't touch the knife." Then the child says, "Oh, you are always saying, don't this, don't that. I'm going out to play." "Hey, don't go out alone." And the child is wondering, why don't. But don't is for what? For whose benefit? For our benefit only. Whatever don'ts God has put, it's for our benefit only. What gain He will get by saying don't to us? So, if things are destined, then what is the point of working hard? The answer will come to that in the future slides I will show you. Why you have to work hard and struggle for everything in life? Some people struggle, some people don't have to struggle, correct? Now, let us see. See here, this is what I told you. Some are handsome, some are not so handsome. Some are strong, some are physically challenged. Some are born to rich parents, some are born in the slums. One becomes an MD doctor, another one is a coolie for his whole life, lifting such heavy weights. You can see that. Is it practical reality or not? Isn't it? Yeah. See, this child is, born with a silver spoon, sitting and having a nice car ride right from childhood. See, these children are born to parents, they can't go out of the one-room house. They have only one room in the house. And they are living in a single-room shack. So good karma is like a credit in the account and bad karma is like a debit. So good karma is like a mango seed and bad karma is like a neem seed. So when you sow both of them, then when mango comes, you can eat mango fruits or you have to eat neem fruits. It's like that. And in that also, you will see there are different intensities of bad karma also. For example, somebody did some bad karma, they'll get a wound in the knee. We will be playing cricket and the correct ball will hit your knee, you may get a wound. You go and dress the wound with first aid things and tincture or something you put. But somebody may get a fracture in the leg. That is a more severe punishment. But somebody dies in an accident, that is even more severe. So you can see that there are prarabdha karmas come gradually like the seeds fructifying into a tree and then into a flower and then fruit and other things like that. So different degrees of karma. So many of us hope and pray that there is nothing bad in my account, everything goes well. Many people desire that I should live till 80 or 90 and one day I should relax in my easy chair and slowly close the eyes and I'm gone. So peacefully I died. People want. Death also they want peaceful, living also peaceful. Everything correct, no? The hope. Of course your hope is very good. At the same time we have to check our account also, what kind of account we carry. Like the picture shows happiness and distress, both are there in our account. This is what I told you. We choose a job, we choose a wife or husband, we choose the type of car, or apartment. These are all, we only choose these things. But we don't choose our parents, as I told you, our face cut or our intelligence, isn't it? Then who chooses? Is it by chance? No. Like this fellow is coming out to the airport, the door is opening. Is it by chance? No, there are sensors which are opening the door. Similarly, when these little girls come home, they find sandwich and they are delighted in eating it, but they know very well, sandwich doesn't come by chance. Mother comes and places it on the table, isn't it? So, you will see that in the same manner, you can see in nature, there are many wonderful things we see in nature. You can see so many types of fruits, you see. Grapes and oranges and so many varieties of fruits. So nothing comes by chance. What can man do? Man can only make a plastic mango and keep it in the showcase. He cannot do anything. He cannot make one of these fruits, isn't it? And each of these fruits have 6 types of juices: sweet, sour, salt, pungent, astringent, bitter. Correct, no? So, in this way, there is a supreme master of the whole universe, operator of the cosmic machine. And Krishna says that in the 15th chapter. Gama vishyacha bhutani dharayam yaha mojasa pushnami chaushadhi sarva somo bhutva rasatmakaha. He says that I enter into each planet by my energy and they all stay in their orbits. He says. So, he is behind the sunlight, the moonlight and everything, all the creation. So, then naturally people get a question, is there a God who awards the destiny? Till now what I have shown you, the sun shines, the flowers blossom, the fruits ripen, the crops grow, seasons change. All these things are happening, which none of us are doing any of these things. We only see them happening. Not only we see them happening, we are dependent on them. We can't live without sunlight. We can't live without rains. We cannot live without grains and fruits. We observe them happening, we are dependent on them, and we are not doing them. So therefore, the Supreme Master is doing it. And that Master only is awarding the destiny. Like for example, there are laws of motion. Therefore, for every law there is a lawmaker. Similarly, for the beauty there is an artist. Like you can see electron, proton, neutron, they are all placed in their respective places. So there is a design, implies a designer. And similarly, then creation implies a creator. So great scientists like Einstein, Schrödinger, Newton, Benjamin Franklin, and we can talk about many personalities. Recently I was reading one quote of Schrödinger. Schrödinger says, in the field of science, people talk big, big things, but there are many things which are very dear to our hearts, he says. About them, science says practically nothing, he says. For example, we all are concerned about tasty food. Is it true or not? But science cannot tell you what is a gulab jamun. Of course, they can tell you what is the diameter of gulab jamun, they can tell you. What is the porosity of gulab jamun? What is the mu, viscosity of gulab jamun, liquid? They can tell you all that. But they cannot tell you how it tastes. Further, you have to pop it in your mouth, then you will know how a gulab jamun tastes. It cannot tell you the beauty of somebody. It cannot tell you the sweetness of a beautiful raga. It cannot tell you the fragrance of a lotus. It cannot tell you. That's what he's saying. Those things are very dear to your heart. Science is silent about them, he says. But science is talking about many other things. It only talks about dead things, he says. For example, in the morning, say I get up at 3:30. I keep my alarm clock at 3:30. But I got up at 3:20 only. I went to my bathroom. And then I see the alarm clock ringing at 3:30. Tick, 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 come. I'm already in the bathroom. I'm brushing my teeth. This fellow will make a lot of disturbance. Even if I shout at the mobile and say, hey, I'm already up, don't make noise. Is he going to listen? Every 5 minutes he keeps on saying, tick, 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 tick. Imagine instead of that mobile, if you were there in the same room, I told you to get me up at 3:30. And 3:20 I got up. What will you do at 3:30? You will open your eyes and see that Prabhuji has already got up, has gone into the bathroom already. So the purpose is served or not? So will you keep on harassing me? Because you are Chetan. Correct? Now you are Chetan, you are conscious personality, whereas the mobile is non-conscious. This is the main difference between Jada and Chetan. Jada is Jada. No matter you make a beautiful robo, make the robo move hands and face, looks like a human being, but it does not have consciousness. It doesn't have the Chetan. If you tell a robot to call a sphere as a square, it will call you square only. Whatever you program, it will call it. So, therefore, many scientists have recognized the touch of God in this creation. You see, this is Kelvin. If you think strongly enough, you'll be forced by science to believe in God. So, who chooses for us and on what basis? For everything, we have equal and opposite reaction for every action we do. Like you see this fellow is knocking down one slab, it's going to come back on him now. But correct now? You can't escape now. We set it in motion now. Yeah. So what happens to us now and how we respond to it, then it gets the cycle, like that. So when Vidura was giving advice to Dhritarashtra, actually Dhritarashtra was having a weak mind. He was attached to Duryodhana, because of which he could not stop Duryodhana from gambling. So at that time Dhritarashtra told Vidura, see Vidura, I am surrounded by great souls like yourself and Bhishma Pitama, Dronacharya, Kripacharya. While surrounded by such people, how can any bad happen to me? But Vidura told him, yes, bad cannot happen to you provided you make the right choice. But you are making the wrong choice. You are not taking that positive influence around you to help you uplift yourself. Even in that good Sangha, you are degrading yourself. You are not listening. Then what Dhritarashtra said, whatever is written in destiny is going to happen. How can I stop it? And that's where Vidura scolded back. You see what he said? Destiny determines the consequences of our actions, my dear king, not our actions themselves. This is a very, very important point. You see, like, somebody has a handsome body from the Purva Janma Punya. But how they will use that handsome body is not destined. They can misuse that body or they can rightly use that body. So, you all know Nalakur Manigriv, you have heard of? Two personalities, they were sons of one great personality. Who is that? Kuber, yeah. Kuber is actually the treasurer of the Devatas. And also, Kubera was a very close associate of Lord Shiva. They were neighborhood to Shiva in the Himalayan range, So he used to go to Shiva and discuss Krishna Katha with Shiva. So they both were friends also. So, in the Srimad Bhagavatam it is said, this Nalakur Manigriv, they thought that our father is a very rich father. And we are associates of Rudra, Rudrasya Anucharav. So because of that pride, they went and misused their freedom. One day they went to the Mandakini Ganga and they were practically nude, playing in the waters with the Devis. But these fellows were so drunk, when Narada came there, they didn't even care for him. Whereas the two Devis saw that some saintly person is coming. If he sees us in this way, merrymaking, he may curse us. They became afraid. Immediately they put on their dress and ran away from that place. But these two fellows were shamelessly standing nude. And they were cursed to become, anybody knows? Trees in the next life. Of course, somebody may ask, why should Narada become so angry that he made them into trees? Even sages' curse also can be a great benefit to people. So where did they become trees? In Vrindavan. So they saw Krishna's pastimes. So my spiritual master was telling, when there were two trees standing like this, Tamal Arjuna trees, many apsaras passed by, didn't even look at them. And these guys were feeling, hey, when we were in Nalakur Manigriv, everybody looked at us. Now nobody is looking at us. They were thinking, but they had to stand for a very long time. That was a punishment. So Prabhupada calls it as a stand up on the bench punishment. He says, they were standing like this for a long time, many years like that. Because they were not wearing any dress, now also trees also don't wear any dress. So they had no dress, they were standing like that. So imagine if somebody puts you in the ground up to your knee and you have to stand, how many hours you think you can be patient? 1 hour? 2 hours? You'll get very tired. You'll want to come out, right? So they suffered like that. So therefore, they had a handsome body, but they misused it. Correct? There can be good use or misuse. See, here is a nice example. See, when you are going in an aeroplane, say from Pune to Calcutta you are going. Everybody in this plane have to go from Pune, say Mumbai to Calcutta, for example, point to point. You can't jump out of the plane, correct, no? That you can't change it. But within the plane you have a choice of how to utilize your time. You can utilize your time to hijack the plane, or you can utilize your time to make friendship with some businessman in that flight. During that flight, you can talk to a businessman and you both can become thick friends, and then you can become business partners in a multi-crore business. Correct, no? So when the plane lands, the hijacker will be put behind the bars. Correct, no? One who tried to hijack. Of course, they will control him, they will stop him. And the other fellow will have a multi-crore business. That means two people are reaping two different destinies based on the choices they made between one point to another point. That means within the destiny points, you have choice. Is it clear? Between the destiny points, you still have a choice. Like for example, pain is compulsory. But whether to suffer or not is option. You have the option. Correct, no? Like, say, if a lady is pregnant, for example, can somebody else beget the child for her? She only has to beget. It's already child is there in the womb. And it's very painful, delivering the child. But she only has to undergo that. In the same manner, you will see there are certain things you only have to do. You only have to get up in the morning. You only have to take bath. You only have to chant your rounds also. Your round, nobody else can chant for you. You have to chant, correct, no? So therefore, you can decide in your life, when some painful things come in your life, how to respond to them. You have a choice. You will find in the Srimad Bhagavatam, different people respond differently. According to Vidura, if you know Vidura's background, anybody knows who Vidura was before? Yeah, who was he? He was Dharmaraj. He was Yamaraj actually. Yeah, one time Yamaraj made a request to Supreme Lord that I actually am fed up with seeing these punishments in the hell. Every day, everybody shouting. He said, enough of this management of these hellish planets. Please give me a break, he said. And Lord asked him, what do you want to do in the break? He said, I want to do some pure devotion service. Peacefully, I want to practice your bhakti. So he was relieved from the Yamaloka. And then he came to become Vidura in the Pandavas, this thing. But after coming here, he could not practice peacefully. Why? Because a lot of politics. This Shakuni, Dushasana, Duryodhana, Karna, they were all creating a lot of politics in the court. And Duryodhana was trying to kill the Pandavas. And Vidura got caught up in that messy management of the palace. The purpose was it served or defeated? Purpose defeated. Because he wanted to practice Shuddha Bhakti, but he got caught up in the mess of the palace. And Krishna thought, I have to give him that opportunity. What to do? So he arranged one situation. What was the situation? One day Duryodhana erupted in great anger and shouted loudly. He said, throw this uncle Vidura outside the palace, only with his life air. He is eating our salt, but he is favoring Pandavas. Like that he said. At that time, Vidura felt like an arrow piercing his chest. Very painful. Actually, somebody insults you, it's more painful than the arrow also. He was wondering, he's my nephew, my brother's son, why is he speaking like this to me? At that time, Vidura decided, where I have been insulted, I will not stay even for a moment. I will leave the palace. He left the palace. And he decided to convert that time into a pilgrimage time. He thought, let me go and meet Lord Krishna. So on the way, he met Uddhava, he met Maitreya. He spent his time very fruitfully. And he changed his Veshbhushan and everything. He kept beard and long moustache and hair. So nobody will recognize him to be Vidura. Because if they recognize, they will say, what politics happened in the court? People will come and talk. So he disguised himself. And he spent his time in a very, very intelligent way in devotional service and perfected his life. You will see that. Why am I telling you this? So imagine if any of us were in Vidura's place, what we would have done. We would have raised a flag and said, hey, Dhritarashtra, control your son. Keep me in the palace, don't throw me out. So, is it not true? You can see, Prabhupada says, politicians, unless they are shot, they will not leave their post. Prabhupada says, yeah. But you can see here, Vidura, one word was enough for him. He converted misfortune into a good fortune. That means even if destiny brings something apparently bad in your life, you can convert it into good fortune. Yeah, you can do that. So, that is why it is said, between one point to another point, if it is rigidly fixed, in between you have freedom. Okay, now I am going to show you some incorrect understandings and correct understandings. See the incorrect understanding one. Everything is destined by God, I have no freedom or choice, I just leave everything to God and keep quiet and wait for Him to do the magic. Some people think like this. This is called as Daivabad, we call it. Daivabad means, they say that nothing is in our hands and legs are tied. Is it true? It's incorrect. If that is so, then what is the need of scriptures? What is the need of saintly people? Then what is the meaning of free will of a human being. Free will means you have the choice. It's not that you are like a robo. Robo has no choice. Whatever you program it, it will do. But we are not robots. We are conscious living beings with free will. So this is incorrect understanding. Another incorrect understanding, see here. Everything is in my hands. No need to depend on God for anything. Look at this fellow, how proud he is. He is old man, anytime he's going to fall dead. And he is thinking everything is in his hands. As if everything, all control is in his hands. This is another imaginative type of, Krishna talks about these fellows in the 16th chapter. He says, Idam adhyamaya labdam imam prapsye manoratam idamasti idam apime bhavishyanti punardanam. And then he says, Asau hatamaya shatruhu hanishye cha paranapi ishwarohamaham bhogi siddhoham balavan sukhi. You know what he says? Today I have $1 million, next year I'll make it $2 million, in 5 years I'll make it $5 million, and nobody can beat me. There's only one fellow who is approaching close to me, I will shoot him dead. Asau hatamaya shatruhu, like that he's talking. So, Ishwaroham aham bhogi, I am the supreme enjoyer, I am the supreme controller, and I am surrounded by aristocratic relatives. See me, see my beauty, see my glory. Like that a man speaks very proudly. Like that Krishna says in 16th chapter. So these are proud people. They also have incorrect understanding. They don't know that, see, there are people like this. Bill Gates, you see, he says, I didn't even complete my university education. And he became the richest man in the world. You can see that. And Dhirubhai Ambani said, I worked in a petrol pump, you see. Rajinikanth said, at the age of 25, I was a bus conductor. And Sachin Tendulkar said, I failed in the 10th standard. So you can see that, there are people like this. Their backgrounds, when you hear about, recently Rahul Bajaj's family, I think his son, isn't it? That family, descendant, he spoke about how they became rich. At one point of time, turning point. It was like a magic, it happened. So therefore you will find in these people's horoscopes, if you see, if somebody is supposed to become a millionaire and he is working in a petrol pump, it's only a matter of time you will see that it will be like overnight, they will go from earth to sky, you will see that. So here Prabhupada is saying here, you see, we see so many men working hard. Does it mean that every one of them will become a Ford, a Rockefeller? Why not? Everyone is trying his best. But Mr. Ford was destined to become a rich man, he says. His destiny was there, so he became a rich man. You cannot change your destiny simply by working hard like asses or dogs. No. But you can utilize your special human energy for improving your Krishna consciousness. You see, every human being has some human energy. You can decide what you want to do with that energy. Say you are living in village in a hut. You can convert that hut. Nowadays, village also people make big colorful houses. You've seen that? A hut is 2 lakh or 3 lakh rupees you have to spend. But people put 80 lakhs and make a big colorful house. By the time they finish the house, they die. And afterwards, God knows where will they go. Then what is the use of building such a big house? That's called economic development, we call it. Making a thatched hut into a skyscraper building. People do like that. That's what Prabhupada is saying. Are you going to spend your energy building your material resources? Or are you going to spend your energy building your spiritual sukritis? See, Prabhupada says, he told of a man in Allahabad, there was a man who did PhD. But every company told him that you are overqualified. We can't take you for the job. Because you will leave our company and go to some other company. Nobody was ready to take him. Then the man started manufacturing soap bars at home and going by cycle every day to sell them in the market. Although he had a PhD, he was living like a coolie. And then Prabhupada also told another man, Mr. Modi, he was the founder of Modi Nagar. He didn't know how to put signature also. He was putting only this thumb impression. And he had how many people working with him? 50,000 people under him. So Prabhupada said, do you think by becoming PhD you can become rich? No. Therefore, that's the point he is making, that by hard labor, like you see the workaholic fellow is here. Day and night he works. Prabhupada said that therefore one should not make too much endeavor for economic advancement, because whatever one is due, either success or failure is already decided. Getting a PhD will not change that. One should simply try to become Krishna conscious. I will explain it more in the next slide. See here. Yeah, one doesn't become a millionaire by hard work like this. Huh? This is not something I have to tell you. You know very well in Bombay. Huh? Yeah. So, even if you work from morning to night like this, do you think you will become Dhirubhai Ambani like this? Huh? Working like that. So Prabhupada is saying a dog is running here and there on 4 legs and you are running on 4 wheels. Is that progress? See, the Vedic system is the human being has a certain amount of energy, better energy than animals. See, human being is like aeroplane. Animals are like car. If a car and aeroplane both go in a runway, they will keep going, but aeroplane can take off. Whereas car will keep going like that only. Animals act by instinct, whereas human can act by choice. In English, there are 2 words. You want to act by default or by design? In which way you want to act? What is the difference between the two? Default means like animals act instinctively. That is default setting. And by design means you choose not to act like that. You choose to act properly. For example, say your friend became angry on you and he raised his tone. So should you also raise even more than that? Or how should you respond? So you have a choice. Correct, no? No. He may raise his tone and you may catch his collar. Huh? The people may do like that sometimes. Correct, no? But you can choose to act like an angel. So you can act like an animal or you can act like an angel. If you act like an animal, that is called, default. Default setting. And acting like an angel means, what is that? That is by design. You design your behavior. You design your speech. So, after coming to Krishna consciousness, how many of you, you have quite a bit changed in the way you speak, the way you deal with people? You agree? Correct. That means you are acting by design, not by default. Correct, no? Like Gauranga Prabhu told one very interesting pastime when he came to Pune. He was telling in those days, Guru Kripa Prabhu had come, Swami had come to India. In one place, in one marketplace, some people told him that Karna is better than Arjuna. So he told them, no, Arjuna is superior. Because he had heard from Prabhupada. But they were insisting. So he became angry. He just took his fist and like this he went very near the nose. If you once more you say, I'll punch you. Like that they said. So they were shocked. They said, what kind of monk are you? You guys, you have no control of your senses. You are showing your hand close to the nose. You are about to hit us. He said, see, 5 years before I would have punched your nose and it will be bleeding now. But after meeting Prabhupada, I have controlled myself that I only show it. So that means improvement is there or not? Yeah. So that's what Prabhupada is saying. That energy should be utilized for spiritual advancement. So the whole Vedic system is meant for spiritual advancement. Sometimes people boast, we have gone from hut to skyscraper. They think this is progress. But in Vedic system of civilization, one thinks about how much he is advanced in self-realization. He may live in a hut and becomes very advanced in self-realization. You have seen many sages and saints used to live in huts. Even Chanakya was a minister of Chandragupta Maurya. When Yuan Chuang came to India, historian, he asked Chandragupta, where is Chanakya's palace? And Chandragupta laughed and said, you are talking about palace. He lives in a hut. Where is it? He said, go in the forest. By the side of my palace, you go deep in the forest, you will find Chanakya's hut. Although Chanakya was actually dictating terms for the whole country. You know the golden age of the Guptas? At that time, practically whole India was under the Guptas. And the guidance came from whom? Chanakya. Chandragupta obediently followed him. And he was living in a simple hut. You can see that. Not that he was trying to convert it into a palace. But if he wastes his time turning his hut into a skyscraper, then his whole life is wasted, finished. And next life he is going to be a dog. Although he does not know it at all. See, here is a dog, I will show you. Sound is coming? You can connect it. Here it's connected, yeah? It's connected? Otherwise, I have to keep the mic here, should I? This is what Prabhupada says. If he wastes his time So here is a mathematics professor who became a dog. You'll see that. Can I try? No. Acha, I should use that only. Then I will change my setting here. Just a minute. I can show from here. You're putting another one? Okay. Okay, I'll try now. Should I? Oh, it's not coming. Can you do this?
You can use one.
Okay. What happened? I have to change the setting. How to change this? Speaker is not changing this one. Okay, let me check whether the sound is coming here.
One. One. Three. All.
Okay, if I do this, it comes. Okay, you can see like this.
All say one. One. Three.
It's not coming here.
Five.
No? There it is. 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Huh? You will see this dog. Why sound stop? It was coming just now, no?
We can go back and continue.
That Prabhu? Mike. It's not coming now. Actually, I can play from here. It is inbuilt in this. You can see this. This will come. Not coming now here. Which one? So this dog exactly counts. Some
Audio device.
speakers. You put speakers for the second one. Correct. See, you can see here.
All say one. One. Three. Five. 7. 9. answer? Quick. 1 plus 1. 3 plus 2. 5 plus 1. 7 plus 1. Now, give me answer. 5 minus 2. 5 minus 1. 5 minus 4. 6 minus 3. 7 minus 4. 8 minus 4. 10 minus 3. Very good. Good.
You see, that's what Prabhupada is saying. See what Prabhupada has written here. If he wastes his time turning a hut into skyscraper, then his whole life is wasted, finished. In his next life, he is going to be a dog. What is the use? See, as a tuition teacher, he would have earned 2 lakh per month also, right now. But one can become a dog. What's the use of building a big house? So he didn't do anything for his spiritual life. But I'll show you somebody who has done something for the spiritual life. See this child, you will see. Let us see, sound is coming here. But the Vedic civilization, one thinks about how much is advanced self-realization. Okay, I will play this outside this. I'll play from here, I'll play. That is better, I think. You can see that. Again, I think the sound speaker. Where we are, audio we are select now? Speaker, now it will come now. You can see this.
बताओ नमामीश्वरम सच्चिदानंद रूपम लसत कुंडलम गोकुले भ्राज मानम यशोदा भियोलुख लाब्दा वमानम परमृष्ट मत्यंत तो द्रुते गोप्या रुदंतमो हुर्नेत्र युग्मम भजंतम करम्भोज युग्मेन शातंक नीतम मुहुश्वास कंपात्रि रेखांक कंठम स्थितग्रैव दामोदरम भक्ति पद्धम इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिर आनंद कुंडे स्वघोषम निमज्जन्त माख्या पयंतम तदीयेषु तग्नेषु भक्त जितत्वम जितत्वम होता है, जित्यम नहीं होता है. पुनः प्रेम तस्तम शतावृत.
So you can see this child there, such a tender child, not even a few months old. You can see. So because this mother was playing Damodarashtakam every day during her pregnancy, so this child has picked up. You can see that. So in Vedic civilization, people know that just like the wind carries the aromas, like that. So the mind carries the Durgandha Vasanas and Sugandha Karma Vasanas. The dog wala we saw video that shows that Durgandha Vasanas have brought in the body of a dog. The soul has left the human body and occupied the body of a dog. Whereas this child has done some Sukriti in the past. He is born in a devotee family and even at such tender age is able to recollect. So therefore, Prabhupada says that material destiny cannot be appreciably changed, but spiritual progress cannot be checked. See, I have shown you the two charts, difference between material progress and spiritual progress. For example, say, myself, Radheshyam Das, I got IIT degree, but can I At the time of death, carry it with me. Next life, I am born as a child. I bring the previous Janma IIT degree. Can you carry it? I have to start from, Jack and Jill went up the hill or Baba Black Sheep. That's what it shows, you see. First birth, it takes you 5th standard, 10th standard, 12th standard, IIT, go abroad, make a lot of money. At the time of death, everything comes to zero. And then again, second birth, takes you up, again brings to zero. Therefore, it is said, a newborn child comes with a naked body, doesn't carry any money with them. And a person, old man, when he is dying, they don't leave any money with the body. He doesn't have any pocket, only just put a cloth over him, that's all. Correct, no? So one should remember that material accumulation will be finished at the time of death. You can't carry anything. Whereas in spiritual progress, you see how it is shown here. Like this child, Purva Janma, if he did 30%, now he's starting from 31%. If they did 80%, start from 81, like that. Like a hundi is half full. Again, when you start after 2-3 years, again you will start from half, wherever you left. That's the main difference. See, here is billionaire Mukesh Ambani and Neeta Ambani recently became grandparents, her son Akash. So you will find that this small baby, born as the grandchild of Ambani, is very tender child now. As soon as he opens eyes, he will find himself in a millionaire's family. That's what I told you. Correct, no? He is such a tender child, he doesn't have ability to even work hard at the moment. Without hard work, it comes because of the punya. Correct, no? Yeah. Another incorrect understanding. Goal of life is to work hard, make a lot of money and enjoy life. This is another misunderstanding people have. Is it the goal of life? Then if people lead life like that, they are no better than cats and dogs, Prabhupada says. Just eat, drink and be merry and die one day, you don't know where are you going. You see, the goal of life is to purify our heart. That's the first correct understanding, you see. We have to give up that exploitative mentality. Like Ravana mentality should be given up. And Seva Bhava, like Hanuman, should be awakened. That is one of the immediate goals in our lives. And then ultimately go back to Godhead. See here, you will see Ravana carrying away Mother Sita for exploiting and enjoying her. Whereas Hanuman, he arranged for Sita to be brought back to, connected to Ram. And he got the embrace of Lord Ram because of his service attitude. He wanted to be servant of Ram, but Lord Ram is embracing him like a friend. So, therefore, this is Bhogavriti versus Sevavriti. So, this is the goal of life, to give up Bhogavriti and awaken Sevavriti in us. Similarly, here the Pandavas were completely subservient to Krishna. Whatever guidance Krishna gave, the Pandavas did that. When Krishna wanted them to rule the world, they ruled the world. When he wanted them to go to forest, they went to forest. On the other hand, Duryodhana, you can see, is controlling his father. You can see that. His father is spiritually also blind and materially blind. He is taking advantage of that attachment of the father. So this can be clearly seen, Sevavriti versus Bhogavriti. You can easily understand. Another very important understanding, I will do my best. See, your best is different from someone else's best. You agree? Like the squirrel was also putting some stones while making Setubandha, and Hanuman was putting. Their bests were different. But what did Lord Rama appreciate in the squirrel? He was giving whose best? His best he was giving. So, some people say, yes, Prabhu, my best is 16 hours a day I can work. Some people say, no, that is not your best. Actually, we should have, especially Grihastha means they have 3 things. They have family duty, they have professional duty, they have devotional duty. Now, even all of you as students, you have your academic duty, correct? And you have your devotional duty, the chanting and everything. And you have your duty to family also, home also. So it's like a tripod. You have to balance all the 3. So you can't say, I will give time only for my job and make... Actually, there was one boy in Pune who was earning 45,000 in those days. 14 hours he was working. Company told him, just add 2 more hours. We'll make it round figure, 50,000. So he said, I'll consult my wife. He asked his wife. Wife said, that's a very good idea. Make it round. Make it 50,000. So when he started earning 50,000 and giving 16 hours of work, he started getting stiff neck pain and back pain. Went to doctor. Doctor said, every month you have to pay me 5,000 rupees. So then this man realized, did he earn anything extra? No, he earned one thing, the pain. That's the only thing he earned, yeah. That's what happened. So therefore we should know that, we can do our best and then let Krishna do the rest. For example, we can sow the seed, but Krishna gives the rains. isn't it? Similarly, you can give an interview, but the panel has to choose you. They will ask you several questions, and then based on that, they will choose. Getting chosen for the job is in your hands or their hands? Their hands. We can only try to perform well, correct, no? Yeah. Another correct understanding is Jiva soul and God are co-workers. Jiva, like Arjuna and Krishna, are co-workers. Co-worker means what? We are supported by God, and then with His support we can do something wonderful in this world. Alone we cannot do anything. Just like Krishna says, Mam anusmari yudacha. Remembering me, you do your duty, he says. I'll show you more. See here. Arjuna could defeat Bhishma and many other great warriors by the guidance and blessings of Krishna. That's how he emerged successful in the battle. Otherwise it was impossible. Prabhupada writes in one place, one Bhishma was like 25,000 Arjunas, he says. Prabhupada says, very mighty. But Arjuna could defeat them all by Krishna's blessings. So here I have given a very interesting example for you here. See, material destiny cannot be appreciably changed. Say you have a Maruti car. What is the maximum speed of a Maruti car? Anybody can say? About 120, 130? I think 120, 130 you can go, I think, kilometer per hour. But what is the economic speed of a Maruti car? 80 kilometer per hour. So, but no matter how much you press the accelerator, in a Maruti car, can you go, 200 or 300 kilometer per hour? Not possible. It has its capacity. That's what is mentioned here. Material destiny cannot be appreciably changed. But in spiritual progress, if you make, even material destiny can be changed. The example is given here. If you have a Luna, Maruti and Benz, if you keep a race, say from Bombay to Kalyan, from Chowpatty to Kalyan, if you keep, so which will come first? Maruti, Benz and Luna. Which one? Benz, which will come second? Maruti. Third? Luna. But imagine a helicopter comes and lifts the Luna. Who will come first? Yeah. And that is Krishna's grace. If Krishna's grace comes in somebody's life, like for example, you may be aware of Krishna's pastime with Arjuna. Once Arjuna was about to enter the fire, then he could not defeat Jayadratha, correct, no? Then Krishna blocked the sun and made it appear like dark. At that time, Duryodhana told Jayadratha, now you come out, Jayadratha, there is no more fear now. So Jayadratha came in front of Arjuna and he was laughing loudly. Ha 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 ha. He was laughing very casually. And Krishna told Arjuna, this is the best time, hit him now. But Arjuna said, it has become dark now, Krishna. Krishna said, just do what I am telling you. Then Arjuna took his bow and arrow and sent the arrow. When Jayadratha's head was cut off, at that time there was a big uproar in the Kaurava army. Fire upon Arjuna, coward Arjuna. People are calling, and Arjuna was plugging his ears and told Krishna, see, this is what I told you. I don't want to hear these words. And Krishna removed the blockage, the chakra. Then again the sun started shining again. So that means, if Krishna wants to change your destiny, can anyone stop him? That is the point. That means if you spiritually take shelter, then even material destiny can be changed. How it can be changed, that Krishna knows. Like I heard, there was one disciple of Prabhupada who had a very great desire that I want to teach in Harvard as a teacher. Harvard Business School, he wanted to teach. But then this fellow never passed beyond 8th standard or something. Then where's the question of teaching in Harvard? It's only a dream. It remained only a dream. But later on he became a hippie, and then he met Srila Prabhupada. Then he started chanting Hare Krishna. Then he became a very good preacher. He became book distributor. And then he went on to the point of giving lectures in university on the topic of mind management. At one time he was invited by Harvard University also. So when he went there, when he was giving, all the professors were sitting and hearing. So he came back and told Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I wanted to be a teacher in Harvard, but even teachers were sitting and hearing from me. So what an amazing thing. Miracle happened in my life. So that means if Krishna wants to make somebody very big, nobody can stop him. Correct, no? Lokanam kirti vardhanam. There is a Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram says that Krishna can expand the glory of his devotees. Similarly, Krishna also went to Yamaloka once and told the Yamaraj. Yamaraj bowed down to Krishna. And Yamaraj asked, sir, please tell me what can I do for you. So Krishna said, bring my Guru's son. Guru Putra Mihanitam, he said, bring my Guru's son. And Yamaraj immediately brought and said, and Krishna told him, Nija karmani bandhanam, you must have done some sinful activity because of which he is here now. Maybe, but my Guru wants him back, so you should give him back to me. Then Yamaraj asked him, then what about his punishment account? Then because that, should that be finished and given or before that given? Krishna said, give him right away. And that account, write it in my name, Krishna said. Guru Putra Mihanitam Nija Karmani Bandhanam Anayasva Maharaja Mat Shasana Puraskrita. He is saying that in Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo. That means Krishna can cancel your sinful account and take you out of Yamaloka and give back to parents also. Krishna did that. That means he can change the destiny if he wishes. That's the whole point. Actually, this chanting of why I have shown the chanting here, according to Chanakya and Sanatana Goswami, they have a difference in opinion. Chanakya says you cannot change your nature. Your nature is very innate in you. You want to know what example Chanakya gives? He gives two examples. He gives. One, he says, if you put a tail of a dog inside a pipe, after 12 years you remove the pipe, it will go like this. Dog's tail can never be straightened. Another example, little obscene example. He gives an example. He says, no matter how much water you throw on the buttocks, it will always keep passing stool. Like that he says. He says, that is its swabhav, nature. You cannot change people. Like that Chanakya says. But Sanatana Goswami says the opposite. He says, materially you cannot change people. But by a spiritual process you can change people. What is the spiritual process? Chanting of the holy name. Chanting of the holy name is like alchemy solution. In that solution, if you put a soft iron core piece, it will become gold. That means, iron can become gold in one particular solution called alchemy solution. Similarly, Mahamantra can change people, he says. So, in conclusion, now we have run out of time now. I have gone. Jai Shri Radha Gopinath ki jai. See here, this is actually the last part, 7 ways to carve your destiny. This was the heading of the seminar, right? I am going to show you 7 ways. Without much explanation, I will show you, okay? You can see this. You all are alert now? So, I will not speak much, but you have to take note of what is it here. So, make the right choices. Between B and C, what do you have? B and D? You have choice. Between birth and death, you have the choice. So, in human form of life, you can use the choice well. Like here you see, Ravana is misusing his choice. When Vibhishan gave him good advice, Ravana kicked him with his foot. For speaking the truth. Whereas Vibhishan, he took shelter of Lord Ram. He made the right choice. So who made wrong choice? Who made right choice? Yeah. Similarly, make right choices. Somebody is making right choice and chanting the holy name. Other fellow is eating any damn thing and becoming a pig. One fellow is molesting a woman and becoming a dog. They made wrong choices. You see? Okay, second one, have right expectations. Okay? Like you see, do your best and you cannot do the best. If I tell all of you, everybody jump up and touch the ceiling, you can't do that. Maybe a tall fellow can do that. So, therefore, do your best. As much as you can jump, you jump. Similarly, many are better than you and you are better than me. This I explained to you before. See, can a pole vault man do the weightlifting? Can a weightlifter do the pole vault work? He cannot do that, isn't it? Similarly, if we all can do something good, we have to find out what it is. I will show you the 8 types of intelligences in the next slide I will show you. Similarly, failure is not a terrible thing always. See, Dhruva faced failure in the beginning, but eventually he got success. You are seeing that? Correct? Dhruva faced chastisement by stepmother, but eventually saw Lord Vishnu and attained great success. So sometimes if you face failure, don't get bogged down. It may be a stepping stone to success. Somebody may insult you like this. You haven't got an inferiority complex. You are just inferior. See, this fellow is saying. He is ridiculing him. If somebody ridicules you, what to do? Hanuman was also ridiculed when he went to the court of Ravana. Ravana wanted to insult the monkey and he said, don't give him any seat to sit. Everybody was laughing at him. So Hanuman made his own seat. You know that? Tail seat. And then he sat. See, like this, you see here. Now Ravana had to look up like this. So Hanuman said, Dasoham Kaushalendrasya. I am servant of Lord Ram. How can you insult Lord Ram by not giving a seat? So I make my own seat, he made. So if people have some wrong opinion about you, don't bother about it. That is their problem. Anybody may criticize you, ridicule you, don't bother about it. Similarly, the squirrel, one day a squirrel came out to the mountain. So that squirrel was laughed at by the mountain. So the squirrel told the mountain, I am not large as you, my dear mountain, but at the same time, you can't be as small as me. I can't carry forests on my back, nor can you crack a nut like me. Like that he said. This is in Rig Veda, this one, the story. So this shows self-esteem of the squirrel. Although he was tiny, he had great confidence. So, see, Krishna is supplier of all intelligence, buddhi, shakti, everything. So he has given you some unique potential. You see, just like this peacock has beauty and everybody. 5 minutes? You take your time. Is it? Okay. So, see this famous verse, you can repeat after me. Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam Srimadurjitam eva va tat tat eva vagachatvam mama tejomsha sambhavam. Wherever you see beauty, wherever you see intelligence, wherever you see strength, all these are a small spark of splendor, Krishna says. Similarly, every one of you students sitting here, you have some spark of Krishna's opulence in you that Krishna has given you. Find out which one in this. Are you body smart? You must be good in sports. Are you people smart? You may be very good in interpersonal dealing. Then you can go for sales and marketing. You can go. Or if you are word smart, you can be a great writer, or an orator, speaker. Or if you are logic smart, you can go in mathematics and computing. Or you are nature smart, you can go for eco-friendly environment related things you can do. If you are self-smart, that means you are intrapersonal. You can be a good monk, intrapersonal. You are a deep thinker. Yeah, you are a contemplative person, contemplative sage. And you are picture smart, you can be a videographer, you are visual spatial, or you can be an artist also. Or you can be music smart, you have a sense of music, you can be a musician, you can play piano, you can play violin, you can play instruments very easily. So how many of you can confidently say that at least one of these things you have some talent and you can develop it? Yes? Correct? Or at least one of these 8. See, almost everybody's hand is up. You saw that? So that means now Krishna has given you some unique thing. Cherish that, be grateful to him for that, and enhance that. See, unique potential is that potential in you which naturally comes for you. Everybody tells you also that you have this potential in you. And then you can grow in that field very fast. For example, I have a musical sense. I can learn harmonium, I can learn mridangam, I can learn kartal very easily. If I have a musical sense. If I have a sense for linguistics, a Sanskrit language, I can memorize shlokas very easily. So you have to find out what talent you have. Another one, direction is more important than the speed. Yeah, this is the third one. Like we have misguided, we have guided missiles and misguided men. Like that, our Martin Luther King said that. Martin Luther King said one more thing. He said we are economic giants, but emotional infants. Like that he said. So we need guidance. You see, Pandavas were always guided by Lord Krishna and Bhishma, whereas Duryodhana was guided by the cunning uncle Shakuni. See, if your guide is a wrong person who misguides you, you are very unfortunate. Therefore, you need a person who can guide you in the true north principles. You know, true north means compass. Anywhere you turn it, it will always go to. So the universal laws of God, those who teach, you need such a guide. Fourth one, watch your thoughts, because everything starts from the thought only. Watch your thoughts, it can become words. Watch your words, can become action. Action can become habits. Habits can become character. Character becomes culture. Culture forms your destiny eventually. Like here you see, a man is thinking, oh, I want to build a beautiful house. He's just thinking in his mind. Then he gets a civil engineer and tells his ideas. Then he makes blueprint. After making the blueprint, then this house will manifest. You will see that. Correct, no? You can see that. Similarly, everything has 3 stages, 3 phases. So everything starts with a thought. So check your thoughts. Are they pure thoughts or impure thoughts? Because whatever type of thought, either in negative direction or positive direction, first it is thought, then it comes in paper, then it comes in action. Like idea becomes blueprint, blueprint becomes a built house. See this fellow's thoughts. A lusty fellow becomes a dog here, you see. Huh? A lazy fellow becomes a... See this polar bear, how is... You saw that? How lazy he is, huh? Yeah. Any of you did like this in some winter season? Huh? You try to get up and you are sticking to the bed. And look at this envious person. Huh? He becomes a snake. He's biting. Body exposing person becomes a tree. Meat eating person becomes a lion, you see. Because these people's thoughts have only given them the next bodies. It's clear now? Like, here you see there are two mentalities. Demoniac mentality and divine mentality. Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad. So we have the choice which one we want to cultivate. See here, this fellow is developing, what mentality is developing? Tiger's mentality is developing. He's preparing. So next one, live a life of principles and discipline. Yeah. Actually, there is an external success, there is an internal success. External success, see Arjuna, for example, he chose Krishna. Because Arjuna thought a good mentor is worth an entire army. He thought like that. And it was true. Because of Krishna being on his side, he emerged victorious. You will see that. See what are Arjuna's thoughts and what are Duryodhana's thoughts, you see. Arjuna is thinking, Krishna is my Lord and friend. He is Parabrahman, purest. My victory is only in his company. I want Krishna, not his energies. But Duryodhana, what is he thinking? What's the use of Krishna without taking any weapons? Foolish Arjuna chose Krishna. I will have this Narayan Sena. Like that he's thinking. I will finish this Pandavas. And I will rule the world as an unrivaled king. So Duryodhana's thoughts are pleasure related, not principle related. He has no principle at all. He wanted to destroy his own cousins, whereas Arjuna did not want to destroy. You see, when you are sending a kite, you have to control it with a spool. Similarly, we need to control our lower natures like lust, anger and greed. Duryodhana was not making an effort to control. You will see that. Like, many people in the West talk about freedom of thought, freedom of speech, freedom of action. But you will see that the modern time students are talking about that so much. But think about it, without discipline, you cannot progress in any field. Like even the people like P.T. Usha wants to get a gold medal, she has to practice running, correct, no? Similarly, singers don't eat ice cream. You will see that. They restrain themselves. So, like you in a gas cylinder, you have a regulator. Without regulator, there will be an explosion. In a garden, without trimming the garden doesn't look beautiful. Is it not true? In a traffic area, that without traffic policeman, is it good to have a traffic policeman or let the vehicles go the way they want? See, if you let the vehicles go the way they want, two things are likely to happen. One is accident, otherwise traffic jam. Correct, no? Therefore, there is a regulation needed. See, this external success means by hook or crook I will get success. That was Duryodhana. See, but Pandavas thought of these things. Discipline, dedication, commitment. See, one secret I'll tell you in your profession, either company profession or as an academic student. Imagine that one of us is not a great hero in our field. We are not outstanding in our field. There are things which will be considered as equivalent to outstanding nature. What is it? Being punctual, being very dedicated, being cooperative, ability to play as a team player, polite, well-behaved. These are all qualities also which are very important. So one can cultivate those type of qualities which will ultimately be seen as rare. For example, our Radha Gopinath Prabhu used to say sometimes that in ISKCON you just hang around, you'll become a senior. Like that. So you will see that simply hanging around is also not very easy. That goes to show the consistency of a person, correct, no? Yeah. External success will come. See, Duryodhana is thinking, let me finish off the Pandavas, wipe out the Pandavas. Whereas Arjuna is thinking from a dharma point of view. Krishna is talking parodharma point of view. You will see that. So Arjuna always had Krishna as his guide. Then the stay away from distractions is a very, very important thing. See this boy, how is he distracted? Yeah. See, Sachin Tendulkar is saying, even best talent can become useless if distracted, he is saying. Even though he can put sixer after a sixer, that requires a lot of concentration, he says. So, like we have shown the example of diffused sun rays cannot do anything, but focused with a magnifying glass, it can burn a paper. That example is shown in the top. Concentration. See, distraction is a matter of your choice. Look at this dog. He's playing with the leaf, then he wants to lie on the ground, then he's playing with the ball. He's distracted by the ants. You will see that. Ants are biting him. So, he's been getting repeatedly distracted. So, Steve Jobs says that it also means to say no to 100 of other good ideas, he says. Focus is not only, yes, this is what I want to do. No, that's not the only thing. You should be able to say no to many other good things. And good means what? Sometimes the good becomes the enemy of the best. You have heard that saying? Sometimes you have multiple choices and you are unable to choose and months pass away. So, and also one of the things that distracts us is the self-destructive habits about which I spoke in the beginning. Drinking, smoking and all these things. They are very, very great distractors. And these 6 type of control are mentioned in the Upadeshamrita, first verse. You can, if you don't have a copy of the book, you can take it from our stall. It's called Nectar of Instruction. He says, don't waste your energy by speaking useless talks about politics, about things like that. And also he says, don't waste your mental energy by chasing after things which are not yours. Don't waste your inner energy by losing temper and becoming extremely angry. Look at this fellow, how is he angry on the subordinate. Similarly, don't overeat that much food which you cannot digest. See, initially we hanker to eat a lot. After eating, we want to get it out. Isn't it? So, have some control in taste buds. That fellow has a big belly, you see. He's getting obesity. That's because of big... that's Udaravegam. And last one is Upastavegam, which is attraction for the opposite sex. One should control all these 6 things. And Krishna gives how to control? Like a tortoise. See? Tortoise. When you come to temple, your eyes, hands, everything, and like such a beautiful kirtan was going on in the beginning. So you can keep your ears alert for hearing the Mahamantra. You can use your hands and legs for dancing. Whereas the tortoise is withdrawing, similarly, we should withdraw our senses when we are in danger. Look at the picture. The man is distracted by so many allurements. This is the last one. Increase your spiritual quotient. So, actually spiritual quotient will teach you qualities like tolerating provoking situations, respecting even those who may insult you. Those kind of things you will learn in SQ. You develop a very deep inner personality. If you see here, if you are taking care of your good bodily health, then one is called as a good animal. If one is very good in his field of business, he is called as a good craftsman. If one is very good in friendly behavior with family, friends, circle, social circle, then he is called as a good friend. And if one is good in spiritual activities and connecting with God, he is called as a good saint. And if you combine all these 4, good animal, good craftsman, good friend and good saint, that makes you a complete human being. So if you want to be a complete human being, most people are not complete. So, therefore, when you develop the SQ, you will have a clear-cut idea of how the karma works. And we will be grateful to God's gifts. You see, if you have never known the dangers of war, loneliness of prison or hunger, you are better than 500 million people in the world. Any of you are in the war, any war? Yeah, or were you in prison? Or were you left hungry without any food? 500 million people are suffering these things. You can think about it. If your basic needs are covered, you are richer than 75% of the rest of the world. You can imagine. If you can read this, you are already blessed because 2 million people are blind, they can't see. So, when you think of these things, you feel gratitude. By Krishna's grace, I have eyes, my ears, my hands, legs proper. You feel gratitude. You know this very well. I will not tell you this. Arthur Ashe. He got one deadly disease. His fans asked him, why God is so cruel to you? So he told them this. You see, many children start playing tennis. So many children play. Few learn to play tennis and some come to the Wimbledon and semi-finals, finals. And only one person holds the cup. And so he was Wimbledon Cup winner. And he got the disease. He said, You didn't ask me why God chose me, the one, out of those, 50 million people. So then his fans couldn't speak a word. So he said, God gave my life very best, but everybody has to die one day, isn't it? Either if you are Alpa Ayush means below 30 years people die. Madhya Ayush means below 60. And Dirgha Ayush means up to 90 they may live. So body will run out of fuel and the soul has to leave the body and go to the next body. One should know that. So the last point here, only God can change our destiny if He wishes. So ultimately depend on His protection. See, this elephant was in previous life a Pandya king called Indradumna. So he was a little inattentive in receiving Agastya Muni, due to which he was cursed to become an elephant. But he became careless while entering a water body and he was caught by a crocodile. So when the crocodile caught him, at that time he was very proud, but eventually he became extremely humbled by the situation. He called out for the Supreme Lord. Again, the sound is not coming. I think I had to do this, again. Okay. Where is that? Audio? Audio is where? Here.
When we play in VLC player, it will come.
VLC player, it will come.
Your original file you have to go.
Is it?
Outside file. Actually.
Actually, if you put audio, it will make... where is the
So
audio?
this video is there somewhere?
Oh, it's not there, I think. It's only here. VLC, you have to play in VLC? How do you play this? Audio option is not here. Okay, I'll take it in another file. Output is there? Where is it? Where? It's a very beautiful one. Okay, maybe I'll put it in another file. Let us see. Oh, sound is coming in there. This is a new file. Is there a video? I don't think video is. Okay, you can at least see the video one, at least. See, when Lord Vishnu came, he came and this, now it will come now. This is what it is. So this Gajendra, he was supposed to. So this Gajendra was in a very, very great predicament. But why did I show this to you? Because he was actually destined to suffer in the water. He would have simply cried and then died, like any other animal. But in the previous life, he had done some devotional service, due to which he remembered. He forgot the name of the Lord in the beginning. He only told the origin of everything, the origin of all universes, the origin of all devatas. Oh, my Supreme Lord, I am calling you, please come. Initially, he wanted the body to be saved. Later on, he didn't. He told the Lord, I don't want this body to be saved. You take me to Vaikuntha, he told. So here you see the Lord is giving him the body of Vishnu Duta and taking him to Vaikuntha. So this is a summary of what you, action points, which I told you. So that, because You heard about destiny in the first part, and the second part was action point. These are all things which are in our hands. We can do these things. You can watch your thoughts. You can make your right choices and discipline yourself. And seek right direction from great souls. Don't associate with mean-minded souls. Stay away from distracting agents. Have right expectations. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Maybe we'll take question. One question. One question. After announcement. So it was a really a great, insightful, and very practical class by His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu. Few points to carry home, which Prabhuji spoke in his class, that fate is caused because of misuse of free will. It is our choice to act like an animal or act like an angel. Bhog vritti or seva vritti, we have to choose between this. Then another beautiful point Prabhuji made, are you a co-worker or competitor to God? And 7 ways to carve our destiny. And finally, a beautiful point was made by Prabhuji is it is that God who changes our destiny. So let us express our gratitude to Prabhuji in our traditional way by loudly chanting, Hari Bol! Hari Bol! So before we have our question answer and Kirtan by Prabhuji, I have few announcement. So next Prerana festival will be in the month of October, that is on 15th of October, by His Grace Baladev Prabhu. And the topic is rewrite your own story. Press the reset. So please mark your calendar. 15th of October, we'll be having this Prerana festival. So this semester, IYS camp, we are going to hold in month of September. The date is 24th and 25th of September. So kindly mark your calendar and contact your preacher who is cultivating you to get registered for this camp. Today's Prerana Festival services, such big program is not possible without helping hands. So today's Prerana Festival services are done by a group from Malad and people connected to Venugopal Prabhu. So let us express our gratitude. Venugopal Prabhu. So let us express our gratitude to these wonderful devotees by loudly chanting, Hari Bol! Hari Bol! We would also like to welcome our esteemed guests, those who have taken out their time and they came here and spent their time here. Thank you. Last but not the least, I would like to welcome new devotees, new youth who have first time came to the Prerana festival. So I request them to kindly stand on their places so that we can welcome you. Kindly stand on your places. Yeah.
Wow. First time they're coming.
Yeah, first. So we are also very grateful to all of you for taking out your time. May this program marks a great beginning of your new chapter of your life, and it helps you to make right choices and carve your right destiny. So thank you all very much. Let us welcome all these devotees in our traditional way, loudly chanting, Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! So those who have received red tickets or red coupons, So they should go to the Bhaktivedanta hall for your dinner, and a gift is waiting for you. So red coupons you all have. So please go to the Bhaktivedanta hall downstairs for dinner, Prasadam. Please be seated. Please be seated. Please be seated. Don't make noise. There is one final announcement which is very important. I have kept it in last because this is very close to our heart. So this in coming year, IYS Yatra in 2023 will be going to Sri Dham Mayapur. So details about this yatra will be shared soon with you, and then you can book your tickets, book your all other things, and mark these dates. So thank you all very much. Now I'll open up this session for question and answer. So this will only 1 or 2 questions will take. Here it goes, and then it will come to you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Thank you for such a wonderful class.
Thank you.
So, my question is that...
Can you hold it a little more
yeah.
close? Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, Hare Krishna. My question is about identity. Okay. So, we all in this temple room are conditioned souls. Okay. We identity as our name or place, that is just an illusion. The characteristics of what soul everyone has, that is similar,
Exactly.
immutable, unchangeable,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
In the same realm, there is a super soul.
Correct.
The super soul also, there is identity is in illusion, name. What is kept in name? If we remember super soul as Krishna, or tomorrow if we remember as Shiva, anything. That
Actually,
identity,
what is
that
what is
person,
the form of super soul that I or you cannot decide? We have to go to the scriptures to know who is the personality super soul, and how does he look like. So if you refer to the scriptures, the scriptures say the name of the super soul is Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, we call him. Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Kshira means milk. He lies in the milk ocean, in the universe. And then he expands himself into the hearts of everybody. It's a 400 form. And he has a mukut, he has kundali, he has a bluish complexion, he has a Srivacha Chinha, Kaustubha, all descriptions given. You read Vishnu Purana, you read Padma Purana, Narsimha Purana, you read Bhagavad Purana, all of them say the same thing. Super soul means this is how he looks.
but we are referring to a super soul, the mind of God. But that cannot has an identity. Like I have given an example. If I want to travel to Bangalore, okay, I buy a ticket named Bangalore, then go there, okay. But the government of Karnataka that changes the name to Chennai.
Okay.
But I go to the same place.
Yeah.
But that is named Chennai now. But
Okay,
I go
okay.
to the same place.
Okay.
In the same way, super soul has a mind that is we cannot refer to any person.
Actually, see,
Personified.
no. See, you might have heard a impersonal philosophy, like I heard also in
No,
my
even
in, no, no,
scientists
in my
have-
in my college days. In my college days also, I was actually taught by some organizations that ultimately God is only energy. He is only like a light.
Correct. Even
Yeah. That's
different
what
saints, they have been born in India everywhere.
Now
Even
let us
outside-
let us ask a question: is God energy or energetic? We can ask the question. Our scriptures say there is also energy, and there is energetic also. For example, if a stone comes flying into this room, what is the first question you will ask? Who threw the stone?
Who threw?
Because somebody has loaded the stone with energy
Correct.
and they are throwing into their room.
Correct.
That means energy is always preceded by an energetic person who loads that energy in it. Similarly, for example, in the same manner, say for example, there's a weightlifter. He's a Shaktiman. He's lifting 150 pounds or 200 pounds, correct? No? So in his hands resides the Shakti. He is a person possessing the Shakti. So Shakti is possessed by Shaktiman. Without that, can his Shakti be hanging in the sky alone?
No.
Imagine there's a weight is being lifted, only hands are there, man is not there.
Okay.
Can you see like that? Shakti cannot exist alone without Shaktiman.
Okay. So that
possessor of Shakti.
Correct.
So Shastra says sun is like Shaktiman and the sunlight is like Shakti. Shakti and Shaktiman. You understand, no? Like Radha Krishna we say, Shakti and Shaktiman. Sita Ram, Lakshmi Narayan. So the point is God personal or impersonal? Has been a debate amongst religionists quite a bit. But if you go to the scripture, go to 14.27 Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, Brahmano hi patishtaham. I am the support of the impersonal Brahman. And this is confirmed in Shruti mantras. Vedagametam purusham mahantam aditya varnam tamasaparastat tam eva vidvanati mrityumeti na anyapanta vidyate ayanaya. The mahanta purusham or Purushottama, his bodily complexion is like a dazzling golden. Effulgence is coming from his body, which is called Brahma Jyoti. Brahma Jyoti is impersonal. But the core of the Brahma Jyoti is a person who is Purushottama, he is called. Then you can go to 7.24 Bhagavad Gita. He says, Avyaktam Vyaktimapannam Manyante Mam Abuddhayah. Those people who think I was impersonal before and I have assumed this form of Krishna, they are Abuddhayah, they are unintelligent. Krishna says that. And then you can go to Ishopanishad. Yaranmayena patrena satyasya apihitam mukham tatvam poshan napavrano satya dharmaya drashtaye. He says that, oh my dear Supreme Lord, your beautiful face is covered by dazzling effulgence of Brahma Jyoti. Remove that effulgence so that I can see your beautiful face. Like that there is a prayer. That is an Isha Upanishad. And you can read Mundaka Upanishad, Kata Upanishad. They all talk about, one boy recently challenged me, can you show me the word Bhagavan in Upanishads? So I found in two Upanishads, I found the word Bhagavan is there. The Lord with 6 opulences. So the God is ultimately a person. For example, when you say Sarkar, Sarkar is Nirakar. But behind the Nirakar Sarkar, the Pradhan Mantri is not Nirakar. He is Narendra Modi. Correct, no? And not only that, Narendra Modi has 2 moods. One mood in the parliament, one mood at home. So the mood of parliament is Vaikunta. Mood of home is Goloka. Clear, no? So, and Nirakar Brahman is like Sarkar. So all the 3 are there. So if you read Bhagavatam, it says, initial realization is, it says Param Jyoti. Param Jyoti means God is brilliant light. That is how many of the people will begin understanding God as a great light, effulgent light. Then you go further. Then you understand God is Sarva Bhuta Guha Vasam. In every heart is residing as Paramatma. He is a person, Vishnu. Then you go further steps, Bhagavantam Adokshajam. He is a Lord with 6 opulences, all beauty, all wealth, all knowledge, all fame, all renunciation, all those things, 6 opulences like that. So these are 3 stages of realization of the same thing. Jnanis will see him as impersonal. Yogis will see him as a Paramatma. Paramatma Vishnu. And Bhaktas will see him as Radha Gopinath. Like that they will see him. Yeah. Like if you are going in a train, you see a mountain. From a distance it looks like a hazy cloud. When you come little more, the train comes near the mountain, you see greenery. If you come even little more, you see the cows and calves going up and down, there is a house, everything. You see. That means the same thing you see in more and more detail as you advance. So I was also into impersonalism for many, many years in my school days and everything. Later on, when I read Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, then it was like a paradigm shift for me. The beginning it was difficult for me, but eventually I could understand that you can't deny the truth. It's a reality. All right? Thank you.
So thank you, Radheshyam Prabhu, for a beautiful answer to that question. So now we will have it's already 9:30. We'll have a kirtan for 5-10 minutes, and then you all can have a dinner prasad. Haribol. So I request all of you to stand and take part in the dancing kirtan. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes.